Hi students, a very pleasant and warm greetings to you all. Hope you all are doing good. And we have completed our first chapter, multimedia, and now we are moving to desktop publishing. Okay, the second chapter is introduction of PageMaker. From the word itself, we can understand what is it. We are going to make a page. Okay, desktop publishing. Desktop publishing is nothing but you would have heard DTP, right? The DTP is desktop publishing. Okay, desktop publishing means we are going to create a page layout for documents using this DTP software. Okay, many DTP softwares are there. In this chapter, we are going to study about Adobe PageMaker. Okay, other than Adobe PageMaker, we have Adobe InDesign, Quark Express, and many other softwares too. This Adobe PageMaker, here what we are going to do is we are going to design something. Okay, in this Adobe PageMaker, we can design wedding cards or books or business cards or newspapers, anything which has image and text. Okay, we can include drawings or images and also text and design a page. Okay, let's get started and know how to use this Adobe PageMaker.
To open Adobe PageMaker, we have to go to Start, All Programs, Adobe, then PageMaker, or you can just search in the search bar also. Okay, this is the Adobe PageMaker window which will be displayed when you open Adobe PageMaker. Okay, let's see how to create a new document. For that, first you have to go to File. Can you see File here in the menu bar? File, New, and the document setup will come, and from here we can select what paper we need. We can select either legal or tabloid, A4, A3, whatever you need. You can just select the paper, or you can give the dimensions also. Now I have selected tall, and if you need you can select this wide also, and then double-sided, facing, the number of pages and the margins, the resolution, everything you have to set up here, and then click OK. Okay, now a page has been created in this Adobe PageMaker window, right? This is the workspace. Okay, here only we are going to work. First, see what are the bars here. First, top will have title bar. Then the next one, this file, edit, layout, uh, type, element, utilities, view. This bar is menu bar. Okay. Then the next you have tools. So this is toolbar. Then here you have a ruler. That is ruler. This one toolbox. And this space is known as PageMaker page. And the space in this left side is pasteboard. Here only the items will be stored for later use. Okay. Then this one is black border, and this line is the margin for the page which you have created. Okay. Then here we have scroll. This is the vertical scroll, and this is the horizontal scroll. Okay, that's all about this. And here you have 1, right? Can you see this? 1. This is the number of pages. You can see this and find out how much pages you have created. Okay. Now let's see them in detail. First, let's see this uh, toolbox. Okay, this is toolbox. If this toolbox is not there, not found here, what you will do? You have to go to Windows, and this will be hidden here. The page will be like this. If it is like this, you have to just go to Windows, and here show tools. You have to select this, and then the toolbox will be displayed. Understood? Now let's see what all the tools are inside this toolbar. First one is pointer tool. This arrow symbol is pointer tool. Shortcut key is for taking this pointer tool is F9. Okay. This pointer tool is used to select, move, and resize the text or graphic objects. We'll keep some graphics or some text here, right? We can keep some images also and text. To move that or to select that or to resize that, we use this pointer tool. Other than going here and clicking here, you can just type F9 in the keyboard, and then you'll get this pointer symbol. Okay. Next one is text tool. Text tool means we all know. What is the use of text tool? This text tool. Used to type, select and edit the text. Okay. Shortcut for this text tool is Shift Alt F1. You have to click Shift Alt and F1 at the same time. Next one is rotating tool. Okay. Rotating tool is used for rotating the text. That's all. Rotating the objects. Next one, for the rotating tool, we have a shortcut that is Shift F2. Okay, Shift F2 for this rotating tool. Next one is crop tool. For this crop tool, Shift Alt F2. Okay, that is the shortcut key. And crop, we all know. If you have the page like this and you have to trim it to this much, you can just use this crop tool. Okay, that is crop tool. Next one is line tool. Line tool means you can draw lines in any directions we wish. Next one is constrained line tool. The shortcut for line tool is Shift F3. Okay. Constrained line tool. Next one. This one is for using the constrained line tool or by clicking Shift Alt F3, we can draw line horizontally or vertically. Okay, this why they are giving this line tool and also this constraint line tool? Do you have any idea on this? See, when you're drawing a vertical line or a horizontal line, we don't know whether it is straight, right? For that only they have given this constrained line tool. If you click on this constrained line tool, we can draw only the vertical or horizontal line. Okay, so that we can easily draw the straight line using this constraint line tool. Okay, then the next one is rectangular. This is rectangle, this is ellipse, and this is polygon. This is rectangle tool means we'll draw squares and rectangles. The shortcut for rectangle tool is Shift F4. And next one is ellipse tool. The shortcut for ellipse tool is Shift plus F5. Okay, that is used to draw a circle, oval, ellipse. Okay, then the next one is polygon. The shortcut for polygon tool is Shift F6. Okay, this is used to draw polygon. Understood? The right side of this, we have placeholders. This is also a rectangle tool, but this is a rectangle frame tool. Using this, we can draw a frame and we can type the text or something inside it. Understood? We can just write something inside this tool. So that is, we are creating a frame using this rectangle. In the same way, we have ellipse frame tool and polygon frame tool. That is, these are all the frames in which you can type or keep an image in it. Understood? The shortcut for these frame tools are, for rectangle frame tool, Alt, Shift, Alt and F4. Okay. Then next one is hand tool. Here can you find a hand symbol? This is the hand tool. Okay, this is used to scroll the page. Alternate, here we have scrolls, right? Other than this, if you click this hand tool, you can just move the page like this. Understood? Hand is used to scroll the page. Understood? Next one, this is zoom tool. Zoom tool is used to magnify. If you click, can you find? And again, if you click control, you will get the minimizing tool there. Understood? Then take the hand tool and move it to the center or wherever you wish. Okay? And we'll see the shortcut for this hand tool. And hand tool, the shortcut key is Shift Alt. You just click Shift button, Alt button, and then drag the mouse like this. Understood? This is for hand tool. Okay, clear? Next, let's see if this scroll bar is hidden. Scroll bar or this ruler is hidden, what you will do? You have to go to view and here you'll have hide rulers. This rulers will be hidden so that we don't know how length this page is, right? So you have to go to view, show rulers, and you will get the rulers. Understood? Next one, how will you enter the document inside this? We all saw the text tool, right? Just take the text tool and draw the square somewhere and then start typing. Whatever you need, you can just type it. Understood? Then next one, to edit. How will you edit? Just keep the mouse, this cursor somewhere and just drag it. You have selected it, right? And then you can just right click and edit, or you can go to, you can have to just select and you can go to edit also. Here I have copy and all, right? And another way is you have to just keep the cursor above the word and just click it twice. The whole word will be selected. If you keep the cursor here and if you click it 3 times, the whole paragraph, whatever is there, will be selected. Okay. If you want to select everything, just click Ctrl A. Okay. On the keyboard, can you see Control key? Ctrl A. Okay. Understood? Then another way for selecting this is just keep the cursor in one end and hold the shift key along with the arrows. If you are keeping the cursor here, hold the shift key and click the arrows. You can use left arrow, right arrow. To select the whole line, you can just select using shift key and down arrow. Understood? Then next one, how will you delete? You all know now the cursor is here, right? I'll zoom some and so you can see clearly. Okay. Now the cursor is here. If you want to delete something in the left side, you have to use the backspace key. Understood? If you want to delete something in the right side of the cursor, you have to use delete key. Understood? This one, if you have used word before, you would have known. I'm just saying it for your understanding. Another way to delete is you have to just select and click delete in the keyboard. Understood? Backspace, delete, or select and delete. Okay. Then another way is there. Have to just select it and go to edit, clear, and it will be deleted. Understood? Backspace, delete, and select and delete. Another one is edit, clear. So you have seen 4 steps to delete a text. Okay. Next one is undo command. Sometimes you would have typed a full paragraph and unknowingly you would have selected and deleted it. You need it back. What you will do? We have undo key. Okay. We can go to edit and undo edit. See, the last thing which we did is appeared again. The shortcut key for undo in the keyboard is Ctrl Z. Now I'll delete this and I'm clicking Ctrl and Z at the same time. So the action which we performed at the last action which we performed will be displayed. Understood? Are you clear? And the next one is copying and moving. You all know that. I have to just select it and right click on the mouse and you will get copy and just click somewhere else and paste it. Understood? You got the same thing here, right? Another way, you have to just select and the keyboard shortcut key, copy, Ctrl C and click somewhere else and again Ctrl V for pasting. Understood? Then another way, select, go to edit, copy and go to edit, paste. Understood? Same way for moving also. If you don't need this journey here, I'll select and edit, cut and where you need it here. Go to edit, paste. Okay. You can do it like this also. Just select it, click the right button in the mouse, cut and click where you need. Just again right side button in the mouse, paste. The shortcut for this cut is Ctrl X and paste is Ctrl V. Copy is Ctrl C. Okay. Cut. Cut means it is like scissor. X is like scissor, right? So the shortcut key for cut is Ctrl X. Understood? Keep it in mind. V. V is for pasting. Ctrl V for pasting. Copy C. Okay. Ctrl C is for copying. That's all. Copying and moving. Next one, we are going to see about the text block. Okay. Here what we are going to do is we are going to type a text. Understood? Using this text tool, you can click somewhere and you can type. And next we are going to see how we can move this. We get a eye beam here, eye cursor, and wherever you keep, you can just type it, right? Then next about moving. For that you have to take this pointer tool, and when you click on this, you will get the sides with small dots, right? By clicking here, you can just move. Understood? Just click and just move. Wherever we want, we can place the text. This is how you will move, okay, using this pointer tool. Next about resizing. How will you resize? Just click it and here's a dot, right? Make it small or make it big. See, here you can find the difference. It became small, right? And it became big. When you make this small, one line just went inside. How will you make that line visible? See here one red color arrow symbol is there, right? You just click it and the things which was hidden there is copied in this cursor. Can you see the difference in this cursor now? So if you keep this cursor somewhere and just give a click, the thing which was hidden here will be displayed separately in a separate text tool. Understood? If you need to join this both also, you can just bring this near and just click this plus symbol and again you can just join it. Okay, next one is about splitting a text. Okay, now I will copy a text from another document and I'll just show you. I have copied a text and now I'm going to paste the text here. Okay, I'll paste it here. Take the text tool and edit, paste. Okay, now I have pasted a big paragraph and only this much is visible. So what you can do, you can just click here and half of the text is here, right? Can you see this red triangle tool? Just click it and you will get, I'll zoom it back and take the hand tool, move it and bring it to the center, and then just take the text tool, click and paste. Okay, this is the thing which I selected from another Word document. Okay, here now what we are going to do is we are going to make this small, and half of the portion was disappeared, and I am clicking this red triangle symbol and I got the half here, and I am going to place it this side in the, okay, in the note and all, books and all, we have it in this format, right? One portion will be here and another portion will be here. Likewise, you can just split the word and split the things in this document and just place it as if it is in your textbooks. Some of the textbooks and books you will have 2 columns, 3 columns, like that also you can split using this. Okay, and you can rejoin this splitted blocks also back. Okay, now we are going to import a text. Okay, now we have done so many things. We'll just take a new one and we'll just import a text from another Word file. Okay, for that you have to go to File and then Place. Now a Place dialog box will appear. From here we are going to search the document and we are going to import it inside. Okay, now here is a document and okay, here is a document and I'll just import it. And the imported text is now in the cursor. Can you see that? The cursor has a text there. Okay, now I'm going to paste this text inside this page. Okay, and we have got the text here. We can make this line and this one as a thread also. Okay, we can make it a automatic flow. For that we have to go to layout, auto flow. That means place and hold the text icon at the top of the page and then you have to click it. Okay, and in this way you can make the auto flow. Okay, this helps us in making textbooks. We'll have many datas and we have to enter it one by one and you have to arrange it, right? Other than that we can just go to layout and then click auto flow and it will create the flow there. Okay, we can make it in a threaded also. Threaded means what? Here is one thread. Again, if I am taking this, again if I need a small text, so I am taking this and now this became a threaded one, right? And you can unthread it also. Okay, next one, for unthreading what you have to do is you have to go to edit and then you have to first select it, text tool, select and go to edit and cut, or you can use Ctrl X also, and then wherever you need you can just move somewhere and you can just paste it using edit paste or Ctrl V or whatever you need. You made it unthreaded. You took these two lines from this and unthreaded it. Okay, now clear about this? Are you clear? Then we are going to place a text inside the frame. Here we saw some frames, right? Ellipse frame, rectangular frame, polygonal frame and all. Okay, now I am going to take a ellipse frame and I am going to draw first, and then whatever we have we can just type it here or you can just place. You can go to file and place and get a text for this and you can paste it here also. Okay, understood? Or you can just, I'll just take this, I'll just take this much, copy and paste it here. Understood? This is a frame tools. Okay, whatever you type it will come inside this frame. We have square or rectangle, ellipse, polygon and these frames we have. Okay, and another one thing, we can make some shapes also. Okay, for making the shapes we can draw a star tool. Okay, we can go to polygon, take this polygonal tool and then cursor will change into a cross. Can you see? Till now it was, when taking this text tool it was I-beam and now I am taking the polygon, it is in cross symbol, right? Just click the mouse left turn and drag it so that you will get this polygon. To change it, we have here element here, right? In the menu bar we have element menu. Just click there and take polygon settings. Okay, polygon settings. Here we have how many sides? 6 sides. If we need a star, we can just give 5 sides. Okay. In this star inset, we can give what a 50%. And then click OK. You got a star, right? You can make the star with so many sides also. I'll just polygon settings. I'll go and type 25 here. If we have 25 sides and if it is a 25%, see how it will look. We'll have the preview here. So we can make some different. I'll just zoom this and show. Okay. See, we'll get different types of images also using this uh, rectangle, square, ellipse and this polygon. Okay, understood how to create different shapes. And next one is filling the shape. Here we have a color palette, right? If you don't have this color palette, you can just go to window and it will be hidden, right? You can just go to window, show colors, then it will come. Okay. Now we are going to select a color from this palette and we can just fill it here. Okay. First you have to select this and then only you have to do. Understood? Now I am going to give a green and you can change whatever colors you need. Understood this? Okay, this is about giving colors. Next one is adding and removing pages. Okay, that also we have to do in this layout. Layout, go to page. Then you will get the number of pages. Here if you need 2 or 3 or how many pages you need, you can just give the number of pages. Okay, or you have to, if you need to insert also, you can insert. Okay, how will you insert? Just go to layout, insert pages. If you have 3 pages and if you need to insert one page before or after, you can just click the number of pages you need and you can just select before or after, whatever you need, you can give. And this is how you can insert pages. To remove pages also, in this layout we have an option. See, now you have only one page, so you don't need to remove. If you have many pages, this remove pages will be enabled. Okay, when you click on the remove pages, you can just select a page and you can remove the page. Okay, understood? Understood the methods to insert a page and remove a page. Okay, next one, master pages. Okay, here if you see one page is there and it is given R1, and if you have 2 or 3 pages, that will be displayed here, 2, 3 and all. Okay, so this LR, this is master pages icon. Okay, and this one is pages icon. Okay, the number of pages you are inserting will be displayed here. Understood? Then next we are going to see how to draw dotted line and all. Okay, how can we draw a line? We can just double click this line tool in this toolbox. Okay, I'll double click and a custom stroke will come. From here, the stroke style can be changed. See, we have so many stroke styles. If you need dotted lines, you can just select this and give OK, and then you can draw the line. Understood? This is how you can get dotted lines. Are you clear? And in the same way, we have customizations for this rectangle, ellipse and polygon we have seen. This is how we can make a dotted line. Understood? Now we are going to see how to save a document, and before that we can see how you can make this. Here you have a frame, ellipse frame, and here you have given a content, right? How will you merge this and how will you detach this? How can you attach this content into this frame and how can you detach it? We can just see that first. We can first separate this text from the frame. Okay, for separating, First you have to select the pointer tool. Okay, pointer tool, and just select it and then go to element. Can you see the element here? Go to element and then select frame. Frame from here and then give, if you want to separate it, just give separate content. If you want to delete the content, you can just give delete the content. Okay. If you don't have any content here, you'll get the attach content menu also. Okay, understood? This is how you can separate the text from the frame, or you can attach the text from frame. Okay, now we can see how we can save the document. Okay, for that you have to go to file and then click save, and you just give any name for this, page maker 1. Okay, I have given the name as page maker 1 and then click on save. If you want to change this name, now I have saved in the name PageMaker 1. I have to save this in some other name. What you will do, I have to go to file again and then give save as and then change the name. I'll give page 1 and then again give save. Okay, understood? And if you want to open this, go to file, open and select the name in which you have saved. Page 1, right? And give open. That page will be opened. Clear? This is all about saving. And how will you close it? Go to file and close, or the shortcut for it is Control W. Okay, that is given here itself, Control W. For saving also we have a shortcut. You all know it, right? Control plus yes. You have to click the Control key and S key together, so that you can save it using the keyboard itself. Understood?
That's all for today. You would have got an idea on Adobe PageMaker. Make sure you read the portion before attending my next session. Okay? Thank you for your valuable time. Stay home, stay safe, take care, bye.